Good morning, everybody. So today is February 3rd here in Northeast Ohio. Yesterday and the day before was about 43, 44 degrees, and now we got freezing rain. So I just want to show you how bad it's been. Literally this entire driveway is ice. It started to melt a little bit. This is all just literally solid ice around here, and ice here. Now where I'm at right now, there is currently no snow on the ground, but the places that I service, the weather channel is saying that there is snow on the ground. It says that there's about 3 to 4 inches. So I gotta get out there and start snow blowing them. So let me show you that. This here's a snow blower that I got. You guys saw me unbox it. It is the Toro PowerMax 824. This thing absolutely eats. About 2 weeks ago we had a snowstorm where it was about a foot of snow. It came up to about here, and that thing just ate it and spit it right back out. It was crazy. So I am going to go ahead, load this in the back of the truck, and then we will get ready to go. Okay, so we got all that loaded up. Now what I need to do is I need to clean off my windshield and stuff. Should probably make sure that you guys can actually see. So yeah, we're gonna clean that off real quick and then we'll be on our way. So, I'm going to roughly explain kind of what I do, what I cover in this area. So, let me turn that down. While I'm waiting for the truck to heat up, thaw out this window and stuff. I scraped it off, but it's still pretty bad. My windshield wipers are actually completely frozen. Even though I had them up, it was probably just, they were there and overnight the rain just stuck on them and froze. Let me pull up the weather right now. So currently I am in Minerva, Ohio, which if you know where that is, you are one of few people, because pretty much if you blink you're through it. In Stark County, this is the second tallest hill, so I'm like right at the top of that. So getting down off this thing is going to be fun, because it's been icing and raining and freezing since early this morning, very early this morning. But pretty much I do residential snow removal. I don't do any ice, I don't do any salt or anything like that, unless the customer actually supplies it specifically and they ask me to put it on. This year was my first year doing snow removal, or is my first year doing snow removal, so I don't even have a plow on the front of the truck. I used to when I bought it, but then I got rid of it, not thinking that I was going to do this. So right now we get to try and come off this hill without sliding into a ditch, and then get to the first place and see if there is actually snow. Now, according to the weather, it was showing here in Minerva has had 3 inches, but there's no snow on the ground. I don't know if that's 3 inches of sleet mix stuff, but because I do snow, I gotta go out to Canton and check that out, see if there's any snow. So, see you there. Just stopped here at the first place. and it pretty much is just ice and stuff. It's literally no snow at all, and I have a feeling that that's how this snowstorm's going to be, or this storm. And since I don't actually do any ice removal, it's going to be pretty much a not so fun storm for me in terms of getting paid. I'm still gonna go to a couple other people. This one here was just one of the first stops, one of the first ones actually as soon as I enter Canton. So I'm gonna go to a couple other ones, see what they're at, and then I'll probably just float around in Canton. Okay, so pretty much every place that I went to, I didn't go to every single person's place because a couple people are within 5 minutes of each other, but everybody that I went to didn't have enough that it was required for me to snowblow, because most people I have where it's anything over 3 inches I do. If it's under 3 inches, I don't worry about it. And it doesn't look like it's gonna be that way for at least the next hour. So I'm here at a rental house that I bought last year. So I'm gonna show you guys around in there, and I'm probably gonna do some videos in there eventually, so you guys will see that. My windshield wiper is busted, or I don't even know what that's called, but yeah, that's off of there. So I'm gonna have to go to Walmart today and just grab a set. Whether or not I replace them today or not, it doesn't matter as long as I have a set. But these windshield wipers are terrible, and I've known that for the past 2 or 3 years, but I just haven't replaced them. So today is the day that I get the replacement ones. Okay, so like I said, I bought this house last October. I lived in it for a little bit with my girlfriend and I, and her dog, and Lizard, and whatever the hell she has. And then we moved to Minerva just recently, within the past month, maybe 2. So this house here, I'm going to prepare to rent it out just so I can make some money on it every couple months or every month. So let me show you guys around here, and as I go through the house, I'll tell you what I plan to do with it. Okay, so this first room here is the so-called living room. So this is the front door here, and then you look out here. I don't know if it'll focus enough. Oh yeah, you can. The biggest problem with this front door is that right here, you open it up, and you see you got a crack all the way through the middle of this door. Also, that deadbolt is being held in by casing. This piece of casing right here. So if somebody would go and kick this door, all they would have to do is knock out the casing, and then they pretty much got it. So that's pretty much how everything is. This house wasn't built very good, and you guys will actually see that throughout this video. Double casing here, just as spacers. I don't know why. So this room is replacing the door, this front door. I'll show you guys that in a second. This window here is newer. It's a double pane. It doesn't have the weights in the side or the pulleys or anything like that. So that window is gonna stay for now. Other than that, this room is pretty much done except for patching a couple holes and fixing spots where the previous owner didn't really do it. He rented it out as well, and he just didn't patch walls very well or anything like that. So, from the front door, we continue on. I'm gonna go to the bedroom here on this side. Bedroom is pretty much the same way, just drywall and stuff like that, paint, of course. But this window needs to be replaced. This one here used to have weights in it because you can see the pulleys are right here, but the weights are no longer there. Also, if you come right here, pull this door back the best I can. If you come here, you can pull that in and out. So that just means that door really needs to be replaced. So that window there is going to get replaced along with the other 2 back here in the office as we make our way back there. These 3 right here are not very bad at all. It's just that the previous owner painted them shut, and they're old, they're only single pane, so those will come out. Back here, it's not terrible. There's not a ton of holes in the wall. There was a door right here, which is now right here, which is probably going to stay off. And then we're replacing this door here, this back door. This right here is the back door that I just showed. That's the new one that's gonna go into it. I decided not to get the glass on it. It's steel, it's insulated, and it's a 32. Yep, it's a 32-inch door. Both of them are actually. I would prefer to have at least one 36-inch door, but by the way that it panned out, looking at it, it's just a 32 is probably gonna be the easiest way to do it for this house. Here's the front door. I got the glass in the front of it just so somebody can see out because it's the front door, even though most likely a tenant is going to be using the back door because the driveway is right there, as you can see where my truck is at. Moving into the kitchen here, there's going to be a ton of work done here in the kitchen and the bathroom. This flooring's got to come up and new flooring's going to be put down. Not 100% sure yet if I want to do new upper and lower cabinets. It just depends on the price zone of everything. And same with the new refrigerator and stove. I bought the refrigerator and stove when I originally moved in here for $200 for both of them. And they both work perfectly fine. So I don't know if I'm going to replace them or just leave them here until they die. There's not a ton of cabinet space for this house. These are 9-foot ceilings, so getting a cabinet that's going to go all the way to the ceiling is going to be very rare unless I custom make them. I might just sand them down, repaint them a different color, new backsplash and stuff like that, just to update it a little bit. Now moving into the bathroom here. Very small bathroom. You got the pedestal sink right here because the doorway is right here. This here is my biggest predicament on what I want to do with it. So I'm torn between just leaving it the way it is as a 4-piece shower, being the tub and then the 3 walls, or I was considering buying a new tub and doing tile up the side. That would give it a more modern look. And now we get to the biggest fun portion of the house, which is going to take the most amount of time. This right here. There used to be a set of steps there. I took them out about a week ago. These here are the stringers that were there. Obviously, they were torn to bits by termites. I knew that the termites were here before I bought the house, and I was just going to fix most of this stuff later when I moved out. So, got that done. You come down here. So you got all this dirt here that is going to come out. We were going to dig out this dirt here and then put a cinder block wall all the way here and there, and then under here to hold this portion of the house up because nothing's being held, because as you can see, they never poured a footer. Not here, not for the original portion of the house. There's no footer in this house at all. And this here started to actually cave in before I took the steps out, before I moved out. And the next problem is that you got this chimney right here, and there's no footer for that either. So there's no footer holding this entire chimney going all the way up to the roof. So the chimney now needs to come out. But here's the problem. That chimney cannot come out because I have the furnace routed up through there to take all the smoke out. Now I cannot turn the furnace off because there was no footer poured here, so I got moisture. There's quite a bit of moisture through here, and I'm afraid that if I turn that furnace off, over here is going to frost and it's going to start to move and it's really going to screw me. So I have opted to keep the furnace on until summertime, springtime, and then I was just going to replace the furnace all at one time because this is a very old furnace. It's all gravity. It's got all the asbestos pipes and everything like that. It's not good. It's not in good shape. So that'll come out, and then I'll be able to pour a pad down here and get all that done. That there is going to be the biggest time consumer in this entire house, and it just sucks because I can't actually use it, or I can't start working on it until springtime, or once it gets considerably warmer and I'm not having to worry about frost or anything like that. So with that being said, the basement's not going to be able to get done for a while. You guys will see videos periodically here and there on this. March or April is when I start doing the landscape stuff and mulch beds and all that other good stuff. So I'm going to try and get as much work upstairs done as I can. This little block out section right here, that's the chimney. So I can take that drywall down and pretty much be ready to start knocking that chimney out. That is the end of this house. I don't know if I'm going to have any snow to do today, but if so, depending on how long this video is, I don't know if it'll be in this video or the next video, but you will see that right now. And of course, if you don't actually see that, then there was no snow or the video was too long, so it'll be in the next video.